Coming straight out of Canton, 24/7, 365. From the Hall of Fame city, this is Uncensored Football.
Welcome in another edition of Uncensored Football. Myself, Brad Russell, of course, Zach Zander, and the fantasy big shot, EJ Savavik. Let's get it going today, guys. Zach, look like you're about to rob a bank, but that is not what we're doing today. We're going to get a little question, little Q&A. We've gotten a lot of great stuff via social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A lot of people chiming in with some questions and, not so much rankings, but this guy versus that guy. A little bit of heated debates here and there. We're going to get into it, maybe settle it for the folks, and we're going to jump right into it with some of these that are coming in via social media. Guys, are you ready to get after it? I know, Zach, you are.
Hey.
You look like you're going to rob a bank, bro.
Hey, man, EJ's takes got COVID, man. I got to wear my mask. Come on.
He's got to wear that mask to hide his identity because I rip him every episode, bro. It's ridiculous.
We did the prep for this, and I was like, man, he's got COVID. I don't want to quarantine for 2 weeks, so I had to wear my mask. But, I'm not scared. Let's go. Let's rock. I was wearing my Hall of Fame city mask. I love it. So let's do it. Let's show everybody how we do it in Canton, and let's battle debate these questions.
All right, the first one coming in. This one's from Jeff. He wants to talk running backs here in the AFC North. Nick Chubb versus Joe Mixon. Again, if you want individual rankings, you can reference our running backs all the way through. We've done running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, tight ends coming out as well as far as rankings. But Chubb versus Mixon, where do you guys stand? Zach, I'm going to let you lead this one off. And EJ, you can rebuttal. Go ahead. Who do you like, Chubb or Mixon?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is very close. I love Nick Chubb, but I'm going to lean towards Joe Mixon on this, and it's because of what he can do in the pass game and who he doesn't have to share the ball with, and that's Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb has to fight Kareem Hunt off for stats, for production, for red zone carries. I see Nick Chubb as the main goal line ball carrier, but Kareem Hunt being the third down back, catching more balls and eating into that PPR value. Mixon, I don't think we've seen the ceiling on this guy yet. He has a better quarterback, Joe Burrow. They draft a wide receiver. The line gets better. I'm all about Joe Mixon in 2020. I think he's going to ball out. I like Nick Chubb. He's right behind him. If he didn't have Kareem Hunt there, he'd be ahead of him. But guess what? Kareem Hunt is there and kicking and screaming, trying to get the ball from him.
EJ, what do you think?
I'm going Nick Chubb. I'm going to tell you why. 1,494 yard reason why. I mean, you don't just get those kind of numbers and get a decrease in volume the next year. You don't get demoted after putting up them kind of numbers. I get Kareem Hunt's going to be there, but there's a lot of room for Kareem Hunt to eat too. But Nick Chubb is going to be that Dalvin Cook for Stefanski. He's going to get his carries. He's going to get 300 touches. And you've seen what he did with 298 touches, 1,494 yards, 8 touchdowns. The arrow's pointing up, buddy. I know Kareem Hunt, people are scared of that, but it's not going to happen. A guy like Nick Chubb had, Derrick Henry numbers when it came to after contact. This guy is hard to bring down. You're not going to just not give this guy the ball. I mean, he's literally yards after contact, over 4 yards after contact, just like Derrick Henry. Nobody else in the league has that. So Nick Chubb is going to be the pick there.
He is a stud. He is hard to bring down. I'm going to lean towards this one, play a little tiebreaker here. Zach, I know you know where I'm going. I'm taking Nick Chubb. I know the Hunt thing is very much on point. It's a very real concern. Put your mask back.
You guys are getting contagious.
Put your mask back
Brad,
on.
I give it to you. You're a Browns fan.
But here I'm going to hit it with some solid facts, though. Hear me out. He is solid after contact. And let's be honest, too. Kareem Hunt, the guy that brought him in, John Dorsey, he's not here. There is no allegiance to Kareem Hunt in Northeast Ohio. There's not. They might not. Nick Chubb is the man. They're going to give him the ball. I'm sure that Kareem Hunt and his ability will garner himself some opportunities and some plays, and there's going to be packages where he gets the opportunity. But the man in the backfield is Nick motherfucking Chubb, and he's going to be the guy toting the rock, and he is a pain in the ass to bring down. Let's talk about Joe Mixon on the other hand, too. Cincinnati Bengals, don't know if you catched any games from down in the Natty. They fucking suck. They're trash. Joe Burrow is a better quarterback, but he's going to have to be chucking the ball around because they're going to be behind in a lot of games. Their defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. They are trash. Let's be real. I mean, Joe Mixon is a good player. I like him. I like his skill set. But I'm taking Nick Chubb all day. I don't think it's that close. I think Mixon.
Well, this team was terrible last year. 2019, they fucking blew. They suck. This man still had 1,400 total yards, almost averaged 100 yards per game. Put him on a better offensive line with a better quarterback. Bring in the T. Higgins, John Ross, A.J. Green. A.J. Green is supposed to be suiting up for the Cincinnati Bengals week 1. Will it happen? Will it happen? He was on pace to be a future Hall of Famer, and guess what? A.J. Green, to this day, still has more career touchdowns than who? Julio Jones. Seriously. So, anyway, A.J. Green might be healthy. This team's going to get better, but you did make one valid point. They're not that great, and they're going to be playing from behind. That means getting him the ball in the third and fourth quarter on easy little receptions. Let's see that PPR total go up. I believe it's going to go up. That's why I see him improving on the receptions that he had last year of only 35. I thought that was pathetic. That was stupid. Zach Taylor, what are you doing? Get the ball in Joe Mixon's hands in open field. Do it, bro. Good things are going to happen. The ceiling on this kid we have not seen yet.
All right.
How many years does it take to get there? And where did they fix the offensive line? Look, you said they had a better offensive line.
Jonah Williams was their first round pick in 2019. He missed all of 2019. He's coming back. He was the 11th overall pick. Joe Burrow comes in, a Heisman winning trophy quarterback.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's going to be amazing. I'm not saying he's rushing for 1,600 yards, but I'm calling for 1,600 total yards. If they're smart, they're going to get the ball. What did LSU do? Everybody wanted to actually copy LSU in the NFL. That's what the game is right now. They put Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the slot and used him, and Burrow just peppered him in the slot, beating up on linebackers that are slower and less agile. I think Joe Mixon can do a lot of the same things. Plus, he can run in between the tackles. The touchdowns are going to go up. I'm calling for 1,600 total. Give me Joe Mixon over Nick Chubb, but it's close. I love Nick Chubb, man.
It is, but I would take Nick Chubb in the first, and I wouldn't take Mixon in the first round. I'd take him in the second.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's rock solid in the first because of the PPR. I don't think
how many years is he going to have them superstar
enough.
numbers? I think he is I think you're going to get 1,100, 1,200 yards and 5 rushing and 3
How could that be his ceiling? How could that be his ceiling when Joe Burrow is entering the picture now?
Well, you just said A.J. Green's back, so it's just going to get harder for,
What, a star wide receiver comes back that's going to hurt
Who's to say
your
Joe
running back?
Burrow's going to be? Who's to say Joe Burrow's going to be better than Andy Dalton in his first year?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Andy Dalton
quarterback's going to be the superstar
I'm not
right
a
off
big
the
Red
rip.
Rocket guy, but I mean, it's still a rookie quarterback guy.
You had me, man. Until the red
Thank
fucking
you, Brad.
rocket.
Come on, man.
Rocket,
Next question. See, you got
red
the
rocket.
2-on-1. Let's go.
I mean, we can be 2-on-1, man. That's fine.
That was
but
just
the
in
red
that
rocket.
round.
Come on, the red rocket's what's going to be what ended the discussion.
Well, I'm just saying. Do you think
on the
Joe's
topic,
automatically
it was
going to be
two against
better?
Standard league, Nick Chubb's the better play. In a PPR league, give me Joe Mixon. I'll end it with that. That's my final statement.
And I also think it's good. I think at the end of the year, they're going to be pretty close. Pretty close. It's a good question there from Jeff. We do appreciate that one. Let's get it going on to the next one. This one is from Ed. He wants to know, who's the better running back in 2020, Aaron Jones or Miles Sanders? I think this one's interesting. I lean Aaron Jones because I think he's going to have more opportunities. I think he's on a better offense. Yeah, he's still in a better offense. You got Green Bay, Miles Sanders in his second year. What do you guys think? Aaron Jones v. Miles Sanders. EJ?
I love contract years, baby. I like Aaron Jones, man. I think he's going to ball out. Every time he's going to be going full go, man. He didn't get paid yet, and they're going to run the football a lot. That's what they're going to do. And look at his numbers last year. I don't know if he's going to have 19 touchdowns again, but guess what? If he ends up with if A.J. Dillon vultures some of them goal line carries and he ends up with 12 to 14 or 10 to 12, he's still running back one, man. And he's got great hands for a wide receiver. The boy can make plays and all over the field. Aaron Jones is an elite running back in the NFL.
I believe he's in an elite situation in 2020. and I'm not really sure what to say. We all agree on this one. Give me Aaron Jones 7 out of 7 days over Miles Sanders. I believe Miles Sanders, if we want to talk about somebody's ceiling last year, I think that was kind of his ceiling. I think that's what he is. He's a 12 to 15 touch guy. He's going to pop some weeks. Other weeks, he's not going to get the volume enough. He's going to have some huge weeks, but I'm not seeing a consistent RB1. I see him more as an RB2 in 2020, where Aaron Jones is going to get that volume. They're going to work that boy to death because he is on a contract year, and I believe they have plans to let him just go ahead and walk, move A.J. Dillon into the starting spot in 2021. So they're going to play the old Jerry Jones and DeMarco Murray and run Aaron Jones into the ground in 2020. I like him as a top 10 rock-solid RB.
Brad, we lost you, buddy.
Mute.
Yep. You're on mute, my man.
All right. We are all in agreement here. Aaron Jones over Miles Sanders here.
I left you speechless, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You got me with that one. Let's go on to the next one. This one's from Casey. She wants to know, Thielen or Diggs? Interesting this year, too. They used to be teammates. Now they're going to be separated. Thielen remains in Minnesota as Diggs gets big-time money to go ahead and play for the Buffalo Bills in a blockbuster trade earlier this year. Casey wants to know, Thielen or Diggs? Which way do you lean, EJ?
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is going to be peppered. He's going back to that 150 targets, and we all seen what kind of numbers he can get. And Thielen's arrow is pointing down. I'm going to tell you that right now, man. Everybody's overdrafting Thielen right now ridiculously. The guy had 30 catches last year, 418 yards, and 6 touchdowns on a run-heavy football team. He's getting older. He's 29. Thielen's arrow is pointing down, guys. You catch it before it happens, but where he's going, you don't want to use him. You don't want to use a pick there.
His arrow's pointing up. He just lost Diggs, the guy that was getting all those other targets.
Yeah, it's ironic that the best case for Adam Thielen in this argument is Stephon Diggs. You're exactly right. He's gone. I don't care if they are a run-heavy team. That's fine. It's not 1939 Bronco Nagurski running through the hole 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's still 2020. They play in a dome. They have wide receivers. Justin Jefferson is going to be nice on the other side. They try to leave Adam Thielen open, but this is a guy that's done it before. Just 2 seasons ago, I mean, we're walking 113 receptions, 9 touchdowns, 1,300. This guy has done it before. Give me the guy that is a little bit more consistent with his quarterback. Josh Allen, I love him in fantasy, but the guy throws the ball all over the ballpark. He's inaccurate. Stephon Diggs isn't a big wide receiver. He creates separation. He's good with the ball in his hands, but he's not 6'4". That's what Josh Allen needs. I think he's going to be nice, and at the end of the year, Stephon Diggs is like my wide receiver 19, and Adam Thielen is my wide receiver 12. So I think there is a little bit of a gap. I think they're in different tiers. Give me the more consistent Thielen, even though Diggs at the end of the season, his numbers will probably look good, but I think it's not going to be consistent enough for me to be happy with it. He'll have some pop games. He'll have a couple 25 plus games. Yeah, that's what Josh Allen does.
Mike Evans, that kind of guy. Yeah, but where you're getting Stephon Diggs and where you're getting Thielen, I want this guy that's going to get 150 targets as the wide receiver 1. I want, Stephon Diggs is a better talent, and he just needs volume, man. The guy that still had 1,130 yards last year and 6 TDs.
I don't know if he's a better talent. Thielen's bigger. He's just
26.
as fast.
He's just getting into his prime. Stephon Diggs is 26.
He's younger. He's younger.
Into his prime.
Mean he's better. Doesn't mean he's better. He's bigger. He's bigger.
He
just
didn't look like he did
Diggs.
2 years ago last year. He was slower, man. He just wasn't the same Adam Thielen.
His wheels, you make a valid point right there, EJ, because he had some hamstring issues. We never really seen him at full go last year, but I believe Kirk Cousins he believes in Adam Thielen. I believe in Kirk Cousins a lot more in real life than I do Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen can be a fantasy quarterback, but I do not trust him to facilitate a wide receiver 1. And I've seen Kirk Cousins do it with Adam Thielen. He did it 2 years ago, 113 receptions. Stephon Diggs is gone.
Josh Allen made the Arizona Cardinals.
John
Brown was the 4th wide receiver on the roster for the depth chart for the Arizona Cardinals, and Josh Allen made John Brown wide receiver 1 and fantasy relevant with the Bills. I mean, John Brown isn't the most spectacular talent, man. Josh Allen is good enough, and he's gonna have his guy, man. He's gonna give him a lot of volume, and it's gonna be lovely because Stephon Diggs can make plays. Boy, that kid is an athlete. It's not even a question. I can't wait to win this argument because this one.
I'll leave it at one thing, and it's a consistency thing with me. At the end of the year, it's possible that Diggs and Thielen could have around the same amount of fantasy points. I think Thielen does it at a way more consistent rate, whereas Diggs gives you a couple pop games, and then Josh Allen just doesn't seem to find them, and then he has a couple scrub games too.
Yeah, I lean towards Thielen in this one to play tiebreaker here. Again, he's a little older, but I do think he's got more consistency with Kirk Cousins, and now with Diggs gone, he's going to be the benefactor of that one. Let's move on to another one. It's another
listen
one.
To this real quick.
Go ahead.
This is the superstar abilities Diggs gets, and let's not forget that he was fighting and crying for volume. He wanted his target share. They were running the ball, and he was not happy. Diggs was in trade rumors last season, because he was not happy. So when he would cry and get volume, he would put up numbers like this. This is just a couple games, his yardage. 7 for 708, 7 for 11, 167, 3 touchdowns. Next week, 7 for 8, 143 yards. Next week, 7 for 7, 143 yards. 5 for 5, 121 and a touchdown. Those are like Madden numbers, bro. This dude's going to get that volume consistently
Wait.
now.
I have a perfect fucking statement against what you just said. So those were Diggs numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Thielen wasn't there. So I want Thielen when Diggs isn't there.
Thielen's not in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now Diggs is gone and Thielen's healthy. You just made a great point, because when nobody else was there, Kirk Cousins fed the fuck out of Stephon Diggs exactly like he's going to do Adam Thielen when Diggs isn't there.
Justin Jefferson's going into Diggs roles, though. Thielen isn't changing roles. They're just inserting Justin Jefferson to the Stephon Diggs role. So why not Justin Jefferson? What if it's him?
Who was the featured guy when Diggs and Thielen were healthy? Who had better stats?
Who's the first rounder that they're probably going on to feature in the Stephon Diggs role?
So now is it Justin Jefferson versus Adam Thielen? I'm losing it here.
I'm not drafting Adam Thielen where he's going. I'm taking
Thielen?
Justin Jefferson where he's going.
In Dynasty, we can talk that Adam Thielen is on the downward spiral, but in 2020 redraft, give me Adam Thielen 7 days a week over Diggs.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking Adam Thielen on this one.
Next
let's move on to the next one here. Todd wants to know, and this is another wide receiver battle here. This one for me, it's interesting. These guys are very top heavy. Tyreek Hill versus Devontae Adams. I mean, I'm pretty happy if I got either one of these wide receiver ones on my team, to be honest with you. I would rather own Tyreek Hill more, though, in my opinion. Zach, where do you stand?
You know what, Brad? I want to hear some more about Brad. I want to hear more I'm man. I feel like I'm fighting with you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
We're like
you got to talk about a
brothers.
guy like Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, the speed, Pat Mahomes, the Kool-Aid man on the sideline, everything that he's got going on. Tyreek Hill he's a stud, man. He's the fastest guy in the NFL. He had the issues going into the beginning of last season, worked through those, got himself back on the field, and then finally after a game, you got a few more games. Him and Mahomes are like ketchup and steak, man. They just go together, at least in Pat's world, right? So at the end of the day, I really like what Tyreek Hill is. I lean towards him. He's younger, he's faster. I love Devontae Adams, don't get me wrong. And I think if we go back and look at my wide receiver rankings, I don't have them in front of me. I think I've got Tyreek Hill 2 and Devontae Adams 3. So, I mean, they're right there. But
it's cutting hairs. It's cutting hairs, but when you're playing in big money shark leagues like all of us do, you have to make the right decision when you make that pick. If you're going to get one of those wide receivers, you got to do it right. So let's bring them both up. Tyreek Hill, obviously, Patrick Mahomes, everybody knows that. And maybe in a best ball league, Tyreek Hill probably would be the pick for me. But to me, the most consistent guy that's not named Michael Thomas, it's Devontae Adams. I want to go back to 2 years ago when he was completely healthy. He had 15 or more plus fantasy points in 15 of the 16 weeks, not counting week 17. So this guy put up 15 points every single week. He was the most consistent player that year. He was banged up last year, but guess what? When he was healthy, was in the playoffs against Seattle when this dude just went completely off. And he has nobody to fight off. He doesn't have Travis Kelce. He doesn't have Clyde Edwards-Helaire catching passes. He doesn't have McCole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, any other scrub wide receiver they let Patrick Mahomes throw the ball to. He doesn't have to fight with because they're even more scrubbier in Green Bay because those wide receivers are so goddamn pathetic. Devin Funchess is labeled as the wide receiver 2 there. Who's their tight end? Jay Sternberger. He's kind of nice, but I don't know if he can even play because he didn't play at all last year. Aaron Jones catches the ball a little bit, but it's Davante Adams, and Davante Adams, the first 3 looks of Aaron Rodgers, and he still has some juice on that fireball. Go ahead and give me Davante. I'll let Tyreek pass. EJ, what you think?
It's really close, man. Tyreek's my number 2. Davante is my number 3. Green Bay is a run-first team now, but Davante Adams is getting double-digit targets. And the way that Davante Adams finished the year from week 15 on, if that continues into the beginning of this season, you could be right. But I'm going to go Tyreek Hill because, last year was a weird year. Tyreek was hurt. Mahomes was hurt. They still got together and won a Super Bowl. They're going to come out hard, man. I think that, this is the team to break the Super Bowl hangover. I think that these guys are just getting started, and Tyreek Hill is going to be flying with numbers from 2 years ago when he caught 87 balls for almost 1,500 and 12 touchdowns. Tyreek's got Mahomes. I mean, it's just that wins the argument.
Oh, when Tyreek pops, he pops. That's why I brought up the best ball. And it's very close to me. Tyreek is 4 for me. Davante Adams is 2. They're superstars. I mean, you end up with either of them, you're happy.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, sometimes you're sitting at the early part of the second round or maybe late first whenever you want to get your wide receiver, and you have to make that decision, and you have to make the right one.
Absolutely, and I got to lean towards Pat Mahomes, the $500 million man, and, Big Red down there, Andy Reid making the play calls. And, I mean, Tyreek Hill's been making these kind of plays and putting up these kind of points the last couple of years with the same guys around him, and they're bringing everybody back, and there's not a lot of changes, and I think that continuity is going to help out, especially in a year where everything's going to be up and down with the pandemic and how much teams are going to be actually be able to prepare one-on-one when you already have – I guess you could say the same thing for Davante Adams too here, but Tyreek Hill is a stud. Davante Adams is a stud. Again, happy to have either one of them. I just lean towards Hill. Let's get one more in here, guys, before we put a wrap on it. Pete wants to know, who's the better sleeper who is the better sleeper running back? Is it Kareem Hunt or Darius Guice? This is a tough one, guys. EJ, lead it off.
Kareem Hunt, because at least he has a resume. I don't even know if Darius Guice will see on the field, but we all know what Zach's going to say. He's got Darius Guice everywhere, way overvalued. Let me see it. I mean, he was the one beat at 1A at Barkley. I get it, but, man, Kareem Hunt has been a top 3 running back. Guice.
He led the league his rookie year.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt's a dog. I think he's going to get – he's not going to get many touches. Chubb's going to get the volume, but Kareem Hunt is going to get opening them screens just like Dalvin Cook did, and he's going to be relevant, fantasy relevant. Guys, they got like 10 running backs. They even got Peyton Barber on payroll. I don't know what they're doing over there, man.
Neither do they.
Well, yeah, if you've heard the news, I don't think they know what they're doing either.
The Washington football team.
Yeah.
What marketing genius came up with that shit?
They're going to score like 8 points a game, man. Maybe 11. I don't know.
I mean, your boy is the quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. Come on, he was running laps. He lost some weight. We don't believe in Dwayne Haskins and Terry McLaurin all of a sudden. You don't think this Washington offense can score over 11 points per game? Are you kidding me? I can't talk with this mask on, but I don't want to catch your bad take with this Kareem Hunt, this Nick Chubb thing. Do you think they're going to combine for like 3,500 total fucking yards?
I hope. It's the AFC North. That's what we do. We run the football and we do a hell of a lot of screens.
Yeah,
you not watch the AFC North? Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Wait.
We're going to bully.
You know what? They got to play Pittsburgh and that stout-ass defense twice, and they have to play Baltimore and that stout-ass defense.
Hold on.
Twice. And you have to play the Bengals.
I got to go get a mask.
No. Washington Redskins offense line is so good, huh?
I mean, what?
Where's Trent Williams? Oh, he's in San Francisco, Brad.
Now, something's got to give for real. Now, Kareem Hunt has the talent. Is he going to get the volume? Darius Guice is locked and loaded, ready to go. The Redskins are going to try to find out what they have in this kid. I'm not calling an RB1 type season, but I do think if he is healthy, This guy was a star at LSU. He was breaking Leonard Fournette's records. He came in as a second-round pick only because he had some off-the-field concerns with attitude. He fell to the Redskins. His first play ever was a 45-yard run, and then he tore his ACL. His second year was mirrored with knee injury, and he never quite was healthy. And if he is ever healthy, he has the talent to be a star. Give me somebody like that who they have nobody else. AP is just kind of there for guidance. I don't know. Hopefully he gets traded to somebody that needs a running back.
Z, that's a long time off, dude, and those are serious injuries, bro. Like, this dude hasn't played football in 3 years, and you're just expecting him to come back fresh and ready to go on some reconstructed ligaments and stuff.
His neck hasn't been getting hit. His shoulders, his back, all this other stuff. Yeah, if his knee is right, this dude was a superstar at LSU. This
is how I'm going to change your mind, bro. You don't know what you're going to get out of him.
And this team is going to get better. It has a top 10 defense, has Chase Young, has Ryan Kerrigan, Jonathan Allen, all these guys that can do a lot of things. This team is going to want to run the ball. Ron Rivera is going to want to see what he has in this guy. He doesn't give a shit about Adrian Peterson trying to break Emmitt Smith's record. He's not going to just give him the ball. He's going to see what he has in his former second-round pick. He's going into his third year. You're going to want to know what you have in this guy. Get the ball in his hands and watch. He can pop. I don't want to play Kareem Hunt. Please catch me 4 balls and have 60 total yards this week because that's what's going to happen.
This is what you're not understanding. Even as second fiddle, Kareem Hunt last year, this is what he did with between 10 to 12 touches a game. That's right. 10 to 12, eight carries, three catches, or 4 carries, 7 catches, back and forth. But 10 to 12 touches is all he needed. Listen, you say you like consistency, right, with Thielen. Listen, when he came back week 10, 14 fantasy points, 11, 10, 16, 14, 15, 7, and 6. But that was pretty consistent with only 12 touches a game. When you say, Brad, he don't need 20 touches like Nick Chubb will get.
I mean, obviously, Hunt's a talented guy. He led the league in rushing his rookie year. I love what he brings to the table and catching the ball out of the backfield. They might use him as the third receiver in some of these sets. They're going to want to get him out there. He may even do a little lead blocking. Who knows? I do like him. I like Darius Guice, too. I loved him coming out of college, but I got to lean towards Hunt on this one, too, and it's not a Browns homer pick or any of that stuff. I really kind of wanted to go with Guice here, but just the knees and the constant injuries. I know, EJ, you've even said it too. You don't draft on injuries. I draft on concern of injuries, though. I'm not going to draft Hunter Henry because he's been hurt his entire career, and I can't do the same thing.
Resumes, though, Brad. Think about the resume. Hunt was a top 3 running back. Like, think about the resumes. What does Guice have as a resume? And what does Hunt's resume?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm leading the way. I think we can all agree, though. Adrian Peterson's only on the Washington football team, though. It's not because he's chasing any records. It's because the motherfucker's broke. He ain't got no money. That's why he went back and played football. And that's all well and good. He's got more money than I do, and he's still broke. Nevertheless.
Give me a big box with a question mark with Darius Guice. I don't want 12 touches a game. That might be I don't want a flex option. I don't draft flex options. Give me someone that can be an RB2, possibly.
Would you rather have Kareem in a running back by committee, Kareem Hunt, or would you rather have Guice in a running back by committee? Brad, easy question.
He's not in a fucking running back committee.
If Darius Guice was healthy and was going to play the whole time, I would lean towards him because if he was not going to be in a committee. They got like a couple different guys there that they're looking at too, though.
Gibson and
right. And there's
never played running back before in his life.
It's a tough one.
Antonio Gibson never played running back at Memphis.
Bryce Love, is he healthy? I don't even know what they're doing in Washington, bro. It's a boring read.
Darius Guice. Have you ever seen? I mean, the dude's stacked up, dude. He's got the biggest quads I've seen next to Saquon. He can play.
They're right on top of those busted-ass knees of his.
He played in 3 years.
He's my RB20. I'm not saying I'm not going outside of this fucking world or anything, but give me a question mark that's going to get 20 touches over somebody that, okay, he can give me 12. He can give me 12 touches.
But if you know you're going to cash in and you're going to get double digits minimum fantasy points each and every week, you got to take that over a dice roll of a guy that might be good.
We're talking about a flex, bro.
You know who else can give you double digits every fucking week and he's not even on this radar? Is Tyreek Cohen. He's basically the same fucking stat line. Someone that's just going to catch balls. I'm taking Kareem Hunt over Tyreek Cohen, but it's someone that can give you like 10. Okay, if we're just playing the 10 game, that's fine. But give me somebody that has a chance to pop, that has superstar ability on an offense that has to get a little better when he was on the field before he tore up that knee. He had 45-yard
Cohen,
rush on his first fucking play and looked amazing.
You lost me at
Can
Tyreek
he?
Cohen.
Can he be back to the player that was drafted?
The difference between Cohen and Hunt too. Hunt can run between the tackles.
Isn't it?
Tyreek Cohen's the size of EJ's leg.
12, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 6,
like
2.
fantasy stats mean that with anything? I mean,
He
that
just
doesn't
doesn't
matter
like
how
Tyreek
big you
Cohen,
are.
man.
Darren Sproles was 5'6", 190 pounds, and
Right,
scored over
but
10,000
Tyreek
fucking
Cohen.
total yards. I mean, for real.
Maybe you
I'm
can compare
telling
James
you,
White and Tyreek Cohen, but you can't.
You
compare
honestly
Kareem Hunt
like
and
are
Jake.
just hoping that he's going to catch 6 balls every game because you can't guarantee weighted volume carries. Nick Chubb get those. You can't have the both of best.
Yeah, I think Chubb's going to get
best of
those.
both worlds, motherfucker. You're
You
getting me
get 10
hyped
12
up
touches
now.
a game.
I don't think
they
Guice
both
is
can't
even
get
going to
weighted
play.
carries. Weighted carries inside the goal line. Somebody's going to get them. Nick Chubb is better than Mixon, and Kareem Hunt's better than here. If
It'll
the
be about
Redskins
20 and
might not
12,
be in-
man.
I don't
20
think
and
Guice
12.
is even going to fucking play. I think he's going to get hurt. I don't think he's going to play.
I thought we didn't draft on injuries, EJ.
You don't,
give me
man,
the,
but
give me
you're
the
talking
skill.
about-
We don't draft on injuries. We
I
draft
do.
on
Do
Do we
ceiling.
even know
Guess
if he's
what?
good? Is what I'm saying. Do
Darius
we know
Guice
he's a
has
good
a high
NFL running back? We don't even
Kareem
know if he's a
Hunt
good NFL
is
running back.
capped. Kareem Hunt is capped
There's been a lot of
because of
college
Nick
studs, bro. I
Chubb.
need to
Unless
see it
Nick
in the big
Chubb's there,
leagues.
he
I've seen it with
cannot be an
Kareem Hunt.
RB1 no matter fucking
You're
what.
on your
unless they
own
run the
island with
Wildcat.
that take, bro. Man.
Yeah, with a
let's go.
Browns fan and someone else that loves fucking Kareem Hunt more than anybody in the universe.
seen
You're the
Kareem
only
Hunt
one in
be
the
a-
world that has them both
Man.
as running back 1 and running back 2.
He got
I
suspended.
don't even have Kareem
games.
Hunt that
We
high.
forgot about
I
him.
don't. And I
don't
mentioned
either.
that when we talked about Chubb. I just don't trust Darius Guice to be healthy. I don't.
I've never seen him. Right.
I've seen him. He looked like a stud in LSU. I loved everything
Yeah,
about him.
I love
But
A lot of
he
kids
was-
look good in college.
I know, and that was 3 years ago.
I
That was
got
3
Guice
years.
at 34, bro. Kareem Hunt at 20.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
I think
that's insane. That's fucking insane to have Kareem Hunt as a 20 as an RB2.
All right. Well, let us know in the I want some people that are listening right now. If they made it all the way through the podcast, we do appreciate that. Let us know in the comments, Hunter, Guice, and if you want to chime in on any of the other battles that we had throughout this podcast, please let us know in the comments. Share it, like it, all that fun stuff. Uncensored Football. We keep it going because we enjoy talking football with you. For
Yeah,
myself,
man. I'm not trying to get sick from this running back field.
Hide
from
your
Cleveland.
identity because you just got worked again, dude.
Hey, I
You're
just
nuts,
I
dude.
think
You're
I
hot.
think I just got an update on my phone. Darius Guice's his knees got COVID. I don't think
No, dude, I got one earlier. Kareem Hunt drop kicked a fucking midget,
Oh,
dude. Seriously, he drop kicked a midget. Got
That
in his
was-
car, was drinking vodka,
that happened so long ago. That was back when Darius Guice was relevant. All right,
and,
we're gonna run.
and Tyreek Hill just beat a kid.
Wow.
He just beat a kid. Oh my goodness. Uncensored Football. Myself, Brad Russell, of course, Zach Zander, EJ, the Fantasy Big Shot. We're gone. Have a great one.
Guys.